I am Wing Commander Rob Perry, a serving engineer officer in the Royal Air Force. Throughout my nearly 20 years in the service, I have served at RAF Coningsby for approximately 8 years, in 4 different roles. And it was through my experience of command roles that I formed the idea to document the history of the station. I had always been drawn to RAF history as a child, meeting veterans, attending air shows and reading a whole variety of books. Yet I noticed that the base knowledge I had of RAF history as a 20-year-old was not matched by the young servicemen and women under my command. I wanted them to understand what had happened at Coningsby, their workplace and home. What events did Coningsby squadrons and personnel support? What notable events were supported from their station? And importantly, what was the human cost? So far as I could find, there were no previously published accounts of the station. So I began writing short updates that looked at events from the anniversaries of the week ahead. My aim initially was to lift their knowledge of aviation, heritage and history, and instill some ethos, some spirit that Coningsby had a significant history that all personnel should understand. After generating weekly updates for a couple of years, I began stitching them together with the aim of compiling a full list of casualties, as well as the operational sorties dispatched. In doing so, I hope to provide the detail by which Coningsby personnel, the wider RAF and family members of the wartime personnel could commemorate past deeds. I wanted to create the means by which they could empathise with previous generations, doing ostensibly the same jobs, living and working in the same buildings. The whole process took me about 4 years. The majority of sources were drawn from the National Archives, station and unit records, squadron operations record books, and reports from Bomber Command. I was also able to draw on some first-hand accounts, veterans who regularly visited the station, as well as previously published accounts. The Coningsby Aviation Heritage Centre, that was being established at the same time I wrote the book, provided a focus for all these efforts, photographing records and accumulating a wealth of information and donations from families of veterans, efforts that continue and accumulate today. I believe the project succeeded in my aim of documenting Coningsby's casualties and operations. Beyond this, I have tried to summarise in a single volume history the technical changes and developments within Bomber Command during the war, seen through the eyes of a single station. It has been written to enthuse serving personnel, but should have wider appeal to the aviation heritage community, which certainly recognises Coningsby as the home of the Typhoon Force, as well as the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. Thank you.